Ooh, I need the light, Bookie. Stop wobbling. What's it called when like you look at stuff that's like wobbly and then you get like real. But fun fact, some random old man at my job gave me this highlighter. I'm pretty sure he stole it from a different store and then just came in and gave it to us. But like for a long string of time, he just came in every night and would give us gifts. It was like bubble gum sometimes. For the girls, he would give us like makeup. And I'm like, where are you getting all this stuff? And he says he's a truck driver and he be getting it off his truck. But I'm like, so either you stealing off the truck or you stealing from the stores. But either way, you stealing the stuff and you giving it to us. Now we're accomplices. But did we take it? Hell yeah. Not the candy though. He also had these like orange Fantas and would leave them in his car and they would be warm. He'd be like, yeah, go get it. Come get a drink. Go get a drink. No, sir. No, sir. What up, you guys? Welcome back to the Dre Files, featuring yours truly, Ariandre, and my bookies. Look at the hair. Yeah, I like it. I did it myself. Now look, the angles might be a little off, a little wonky, especially up with the bun area. But that's neither here nor there. From the front angle, it's looking good. Before we get into today's video, you already know I got to do a promo, and May is the month of mental health awareness, so I'm spreading one of my mental health awareness teas. It's okay to not be okay with somebody taking their happy face mask off, because we're not always happy, and it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to be going through something, because life is life, okay? I don't know about y'all, but life is life, and it's okay that we are not okay. Go cop yours at ariandrellc.com. That's ariandre.com. Cop yours, cop yours, cop yours. Okay? Anyways, let's get into today's video. All right, you guys. So, this is episode 21. Anyways, because I posted a video long time ago for my first episode and then never came back to the Dre Files, and now this year has been posting consistently. This is technically my 20th video of the year, meaning the 20th week. We have made it 20 weeks together so far, you guys. Clap it up. Look at us. Look, if it get a little wonky, don't say. We've been here for officially 20 weeks together. So as we're getting to know each other, let's open this little new era of like 20 episodes. I don't know. I feel like 20 is a good like chunk. You feel me? And now I can make another chunk and we just gonna get better and better and better. You feel me? But as we're getting to know each other, I feel like maybe I should get a little personal and talk about what my toxic traits are. Because I'm very self-aware. I know what it is. I know what it is and I know what it ain't. Okay? But I'm very self-aware. So I know I could be toxic at times. I'm going to be leaning, okay? Because, baby, my body hurting. My body is hurting. Leg finna be up. Okay, I got to do what I got to do to make it through this video. We got a live studio audience in the set, okay? They say they can't hear me, but they can hear me. And that's making me nervous. It's making my little heart palpitate. And you know me, your bitch got anxiety. I mean, we're not supposed to be cussing. Your girl got anxiety. I'm a little nervous, so let's just put that out there, okay? I got stage fright. Back in school, like, I really used to be, like, whenever I would get any type of presentation, I would go up there and, like, literally, like, sweat buckets, like, hands sweating, forget my lines. I would be, if I don't have, like, a PowerPoint presentation I could just read off of, I was not getting no presentation done. At one point in time, one of our English teachers, he made us get up in front of the class and read poems. And when I tell y'all, like, trying to memorize a poem, two, put your emotion, your thought in it, your oomph into it, and then make it, like, flow, Too much to do in front, fuck you, bitch. Too much to do in front of a live studio audience, okay? The whole classroom just looking at you, and you got to get through a whole poem. I chose the shortest one and still ended up messing my lines up. Other people was reading off paragraphs and pages and books and stuff, and I read a 10-line poem and still forgot my lines. The easiest one. He said, oh, you could do something harder. No, I can't, sir. You don't realize the stage fright is real. Okay? Anyways, so we're just gonna try and get over that, because if I'm gonna be doing this full time, if I'm gonna be making the pottery casties, if I'm gonna be making videos like this, we're gonna have to get over that. We're gonna have to get over that. My first toxic trait that I'm gonna talk about today is when you see a red flag coming from a beautiful person, sometimes we ignore them. I'm one of them, okay? So sometimes we ignore the red flag because we're like, oh, they're attractive, you know, like something that you would cut somebody else off for, you're not cutting them off for because they fine. And you like that. You like that. Why are we doing that? Why are we not seeing a red flag for a red flag? Just because it comes in a pretty package don't mean nothing. Just because the bomb is wrapped in a beautiful little present does not mean it's not a bomb, okay? Either now or later, you're going to figure out that it's a bomb, though. And it's going to come out. You feel me? But just because it's in a pretty package does not mean that it ain't still a bomb. So let's not forget that red flags are still red flags. My next toxic trait, and I do it a lot, is I have mental fake conversations with myself, and then I get mad. But say I'm mad. Like, I'm mad to the point where I want to say X, Y, and Z, but I'm not trying to do all that because, you know, whatever the case may be. So now in my head, I'm still fuming. I might go take a shower. I'm over here running through conversation after conversation after conversation. Different scenarios, different ways that I could say what I wanted to say in the best way possible to get my point across. But then there's different reactions coming back, okay? And my anxious mind mixed with different type of vivid scenarios, baby, I'm throwing out the most impossible or insane scenarios or thought processes. And honestly, it's making me mad. Like, I'm getting to the point where I'm actually kind of mad about it. Why am I having emotions about a fake conversation that didn't even happen with the person? That's a bad thing to be doing. You feel me? It's fake. It's up here. But I tend to forget that sometimes. Or I get too invested in the delusion or in the whoa. Shut up. Get too invested in the scenario. Don't act like I'm crazy, okay? We've all done it before. You know, when you've got into it with somebody and you wasn't able to get your clap back, or you wasn't able to say the stuff you wanted to say, or you like, dang, I should have said that. I should have said that. Yeah, that's what I be doing. But I'll actually get heated because I'll make up crazy like responses and then be reacting or having a full-blown conversation based off of their responses. And during this process, that logical mind is not working. You're not thinking of actual responses that will come from this person. No, you're thinking of worst case scenario or if they really wanted to take it there. So now imagine you're getting mad as if these conversations actually happen. I've gotten to the point one time where I was just like, I need the day. I made a fake scenario in my head of some stuff that I thought you could have said, which you didn't. And I made myself mad. So now I can't talk to you for the day because I'm mad. I'm upset with you. And you don't even know why. You getting that side eye or the attitude, and you don't even know why. Because I've created fake scenarios in my head about a conversation that never happened. Now I'm mad. Toxic. We need to do better. We need to find a way to ground ourselves and not rely on that mental conversation. Don't be afraid to actually have that conversation with whoever you need to have a conversation with so that you're not so in your head. At least that's what I've been trying to do. Have that conversation before you get into your head, or understand, hey, this is the delusion. This is fake. This is not reality. This is not real. So don't fall into it too far. So my next toxic trait is I believe in women's rights and women's wrongs. And what I mean by that is I don't believe in the logic of holding women to like a pedestal. My toxic traits is literally like just believing in that so hard. Like a woman could do no wrong. A woman could do absolutely no wrong in my eyes, because as a woman you're allowed to make mistakes. You're allowed to do whatever you want to do, for real. Whatever you want to do, you should be able to do. You feel me? And so like, even if you're wrong, even if you're right, so what? You do you. Like, women could do no wrong, but if a man messes up, I'm stepping on your neck. A man could never mess up around me because now you're gone. But a woman could do literally anything, and I'd be like, you know what? You're justified. You're justified. You can do what you want. You know? Also, because women don't be doing stuff just to be doing stuff. Like, we do it because y'all make us do it. That sounded crazy. That might be another little toxic trait. That's a little sidebar. We were not going to talk about it. Anyways, we're not always perfect, but we shouldn't be damned, belittled, or like thought lesser than just because we mess up or make mistakes. Another one of my toxic trait is I live as if someone's watching. It might be a little crazy to think about, but like I always just feel like there's someone watching. So I always like try and put my best foot forward. If nothing else, like, it's almost like having integrity, but like, I guess the other version of it, where it's like you do good because somebody's watching. That might sound a little bad, like I'm just some evil in disguise. I probably am, but I live like the camera's watching. I live like there's somebody watching, because like you never know who's watching. And the reason that made me say this is because I see so many people at work or just in my everyday life that actually kind of watch my content or be on my TikTok, and I don't be realizing it until after they tell me. So like I could be acting a plumb fool, or I could be saying something crazy, and I'm like, oh snap, like y'all have my social media. Like y'all have seen me on social media, y'all know my social media, and then y'all see me in person. Like, I gotta act like the camera's always on, you feel me? I gotta have the same energy, the same, everything, you feel me? When I'm coming in person or when I'm online, because like everybody's watching and you never know. And it's kind of jarring, actually. It's kind of crazy to think. But when people would come up to me and like ask me a question about something that I haven't even mentioned to them, haven't told them, haven't done nothing, I'm like, how you know that? They'd be like, I saw your social media, or I saw this on TikTok. I'm like, oh, okay, so people actively like be watching my stuff. So like, I gotta be careful. I gotta be careful. Like, you gotta realize what you're putting out on the internet, and you gotta realize what you be saying in person. I randomly think in the back of my mind, I'm gonna be famous one day. So I try and watch what I say, because like, I be saying the most outlandish stuff up here, but I don't be letting it come out of my mouth, because one, you don't know who's listening. Two, I don't want to hurt nobody for real. And three, like half the stuff I be saying up here is just that first thought, that initial thought that's just so mean and so vile, that should be like put you in the bottom corners of hell. But like, that's not what I actually be thinking though. You feel me? So like, where am I even going with this? But basically, I don't ever let that thought slip out, because you never know who's watching, you never know who's listening. And like, there's always somebody around you that can hear or pick up or be like, oh snap, that's something that you said and that's bad. That's bad. That's crazy. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to spread hate, spread nothing. Like, so you got to watch what you say, for real, for real. And so I always live like there's somebody watching, or like the camera's on, or like, like what you say now can be held against you in the court of law. Like this, I don't know. I don't know how to explain what I'm thinking. But also, it might also come from this like little anxious fear. I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret, and if anything happens, y'all can come back to this video and said that I told you so. But I have an anxious fear every time I go out in the public, as in outside of my comfort of my house or my car. Sometimes not even my car. But I have this fear that somebody is watching me all the time, wherever I go. It's scary to think about, but it's almost like either I have a really good stalker that like I can't tell that somebody's following me. There's no evidence that says that somebody's there. But I always feel like I have eyes on me, or I feel like somebody's watching me. And it sometimes feels like the same energy. Most of the time, it feels like the same energy, as if it's literally a stalker stalking me, and I just can't see them, hear them, don't know that I actually have a stalker. I just feel it. I could be delusional, I could be crazy, but I live as if somebody's watching my actions. So I kind of try to take a nicer approach in my head and turn it into the camera's always on, the lights are always on, like be your best self, be your nicest self. Like maybe that's that fear. It comes from that fear, you know, that like how people perceive you. You feel me? It might be a fear of being perceived. So I want to put my best foot forward. I want to be my best self and all of this stuff. But I think it does stem from the dying little anxious thought in the back of my cranial dane that says I'm being stalked by somebody. Especially when I run through my neighborhood. Oh my gosh. It's like the fire alarms be going off in my head. Like, somebody's watching. Somebody's watching. That may not be a toxic trait. That might just be an anxious thought. But it does change how I act a little bit. Like, when I feel comfortable, when I feel like I'm in a place where I'm not being perceived as heavy, or I'm not like all eyes on me, or it's like people that I know and I've gotten to know, and I'm like, okay, these people don't have to like, they're not holding me to like whatever. They're not holding me to this high standard. I can be myself. I can mess up. I can make mistakes. I can, do whatever. You feel me? When I feel comfortable around somebody, that's when I let my true self show. That's when I let my true self show. Tongue twister. Can we get it right? That's when I show my true self. So my last and final toxic trait is I romanticize the struggle. Okay? Because being an adult is very hard. Adulthood is expensive. So I romanticize the struggle so I have a will to like make it. Because if I didn't romanticize going to work every day, pushing weight in there, like struggling with my coworkers and like making it do what it do, if I didn't romanticize that, if I didn't like turn that into like, oh, I'm just going to work, or finna go make this money. Like, if I don't romanticize it in some way, shape, or form, I'm not gonna do it. But life is too expensive for me to not do it. So you gotta make good out of it. Even if it's a bad situation. Like, you have to make good out of it because life is too expensive. Like, I need a job, okay? So I gotta romanticize the struggle. Otherwise, I would quit today, okay? The way I would walk up out of there, my speech on quitting day would be infamous, okay? I hate this job. I've seen all that I need to see, and I know that this job does not respect me. But I still go every day. I still romanticize the struggle so that I can make it check to check. I romanticize the struggle so much that I be like making myself struggle, okay? I miss being a kid, man. Like, I hate going to work now. Like, being an adult is so freaking hard, and I just wish I could go back to being a kid. Like, what do you mean I'm like spending a whole rent check between my car and my insurance payment? Like, I was so young, dumb, and turned. Now I'm paying for it, and adulthood is expensive. You can't be young, dumb, and turnt no more where your parents are paying for everything. When you gotta pay for stuff, you can't be young, dumb, and turnt. And I got into too many accidents, so now my insurance and now my car payment highs them up. Yes, I should have got a used car, but that's neither here nor there. Baby gonna be whipping around in something new, okay? You'll never catch me in a beater, not again, okay? Especially after traumatizing moment, my beater broke up. My beater blew up. My first ever beater car caught in flames, okay? So we're not gonna go anything less than 10 years back, okay? Traumatizing moment, my old car blew up on me, caught fire, and I got a call from the police station talking about hey, we're outside with your car. It's on fire. You might want to come outside and talk to us. We got a few questions. Well, I'll be. What do you mean it caught fire? What do you mean my car is on fire outside my apartment? What do you mean? I go out there, fire department is extinguishing my car. I had just got an oil change. I literally woke up that morning, was like, dang, I need an oil change. Got in my car, drove to get an oil change, came back home, went upstairs to get ready for work, and then got the call. Go outside and I see that. Wow. I busted out into tears. But yeah, that was the last time I had a beater car because what? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. And I'm blaming it on it being old, okay? But anyways, I got a new. That's why my stuff is expensive. It's my own fault. But I'm struggling to pay for my extravagancy, okay? I'm putting the struggle on myself. And I got to romanticize being struggle. But it's because it's expensive to actually live comfortably how you want to. And I refuse to have to spend money on a car or spend money to fix a car. Like, I don't have time. I don't have money saved up for that. I can go paycheck to paycheck. I can go monthly check to monthly check. I can go monthly payment to monthly payment. But having money saved up in order to get like a something fixed immediately or when it breaks down, no, I don't got time for that. I need something new, reliable, and that's going to be able to keep up with me. I miss being a kid, man. But I used to do so much dumb crap as a kid that I'm like, I look back on and I'm like, dang, you really did that. You really did that. Like one of the things that I did as a kid was like lie about random stuff. It could be the most like dumbest stuff ever. But I would lie and I don't know why. It would just slip out. It would just come out. Or like I would play along into something else and like just go along with the scenario. It would be like acting. That's why I always felt like I could be an actor when I grow up. But that's just, a fantasy, a lifelong fantasy of mine that I'm going to be on TV somewhere. Okay. Y'all can see me on the big screen. Y'all can see me being on TV. Now, I can't lie for nothing. Okay. I think I did something bad. And I made a promise to myself that I wouldn't lie or steal anymore. Yes, I used to steal. I did one bad steal. I felt so guilty for it. I gave the lady money. That's how bad I felt about stealing. Okay. But I made a promise to myself to not steal or lie anymore. And ever since then, I have not been able to lie. A lie has not left my tongue. And if it has, I will also reiterate it immediately after. Sorry, I'm leaning so much, but my stomach hurt. Okay. Anyways, but I will always let you know that it's a lie. Like, yeah, I'm lying. Or, oh, like I'm just playing. Something like that. Because I can't lie to people. It's very hard. Or the only types of lies that I'll allow are ones that are better for the person. You feel me? Like, I try and only lie when it benefits the other person. Like, if it will make them feel a little bit better. You feel me? Something else I was thinking about is like, we used to do so much stuff back in school that like we wouldn't be able to do today. And one of the like the biggest things that I feel like is completely different is the way that people joke. Like back in school, I remember like you can make racist jokes with a friend and it'd be completely like cool. Like, it's a jokey joke. Nowadays, we're too sensitive or we're too into the cancel culture that people are so quick to like cancel somebody. Oh, you said this, canceled. Taken out of context, canceled. Like, but when you build that closeness with somebody and we're not so caught up in the internet and it's more of a face-to-face thing, then you can build that rapport with somebody where you can make little jokey jokes. You can make little jokey jokes back and forth and then it's funny. We had this group of black people and this one white dude. You always gotta have one cultured white dude that's in the group. Anyways, we would all be saying like racist stuff and like he would say stuff, but he would say it in the most like shy way. And we're like, bro, like you could say it. So when he started like saying it back, bro, the shit would just be so funny and so out of left field. And it's like, bro, like because we know you, because we fuck with you, it's funny. But like you can't do that nowadays because now people are so like on the internet and so quick to cancel and so quick to like judge somebody without even like just take it as a joke. Like, people got too serious. Like, where is the jokey jokes? Where is us laughing about random stuff? Like, where is the comedy anymore? You feel me? But yeah, I just miss being a kid, and things are just so different now. Also, like, the clothing is different. Like, I feel like the way I used to dress as a kid is completely different than how they dressing now. Like, I used to look like a child. Nowadays, we got people going to school with a full face beat in like the 3rd grade. They be going to school looking like grown adults, full face beat, full like designer clothes and all of this stuff, trying to look like the freshest. Man, I could wear FUBUs back in the day and wouldn't nobody care. Okay, back in the day, you could wear Walmart shoes and like you might get a little bullied because, oh, it's Walmart shoes, oh, you're poor, but like also Walmart shoes were kind of fire, and if they went with the fit, won't nobody really saying nothing. You feel me? Like, I don't know, I just feel like nowadays people are so like too image heavy, and it's just so baffling. Like, I miss being a kid. Like, it was just so much easier as a kid. And nowadays, like, I feel like after COVID, we completely flipped realities. We're in a different reality. Because after COVID, I feel like that's when everything just kind of changed. Like, ain't nothing the same no more. But yeah. That's all I really had to talk about today was just, letting y'all in on a little secret. My little toxic traits are like little things that I just do that I find like cause problems in my life. But it's whatever. This is just a little more of a getting to know me type of episode. But yeah, that's all I have for y'all today. I hope y'all had an amazing time. I love this little chit chat. And if you have any toxic traits yourself, something that like you do that just, that you deem bad or is toxic, because you like me, you can actually see what's going on. Like, what is it? What is the word? You're self-aware. If you're actually self-aware and you can see what's going on and your toxic traits, drop them down in the comments. I want to know. I want to know what y'all toxic traits is, or if y'all have the same ones as me. Do y'all get what I'm saying? All right. Anyways, but I do want to hear from y'all, so drop it in the comments. Let me know what you think. But anyways, I shall see y'all next week. You know what we do before the end of the video. I give y'all a kiss of good luck, good faith, good energy, good everything. So bring your face. If you consent to a kiss, stay tuned. If not, skip a couple of seconds. But here's your kiss of good luck, good faith, good everything, good juju, good energy, good love, good faith, good everything. Until the next time I see you. But I shall see y'all next Thursday. See y'all. Peace out.